don't know what they're signing up for, they're not going to sign up for it. If you're doing an advertisement and people don't understand the context of it, they don't really understand what's going to be involved or what they're actually going to get, the value they're going to extract from it. The only thing you really have to rely on is your name. And the reason I even do these makeover my marketing sessions is because most of us don't necessarily have a name when we first starting off. So it's going to be hard for us to really emulate the greats, right? So today we're going to be focused on Grant Cardone, right? Billion-dollar man. A lot of people know him on the internet. He's done a lot of shows. He's heavy into real estate, was heavy into sales, marketing. So if you know anybody online in terms of just this internet marketing space, you probably heard of Grant Cardone. So today we're going to review one of his Facebook ads. And I'm really going to break down what good, bad, the ugly, and then we're gonna give them a score at the end of it, right? What do we give them in terms of the effectiveness of this ad from what we know about sales psychology and online advertisement? All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's see what we got. All right, so this is the ad. I'm gonna blow this up. Right. All right, so let's start off with a couple of things first. First things first is when you're looking at doing an advertisement, the first thing that is very important is this first line right here. So I actually happen to like the first line that he did. So he said, "Do you want to learn how to build a $5 million business with $100 or less?" That will capture your attention. You know what I mean? That will capture your attention. So it's very important that first line, it hooks, because people are scrolling, right? And if people are scrolling, you need to be able to stop them immediately. So I think that's a good line, right? Because who wouldn't want to do that? He added the emoji on the end, gives it a little bit of pop, gives it a little bit of look at me, pay attention type of thing. All right, so I think that's dope. Let's look at next. He says, "I'm about to do a free workshop that I want to invite you to." Now, remember, when it comes to advertisement copy, every line that you use is important. Really, every word that you use is important. Everything, because people are interpreting it in a certain way. So now it's like, okay, I'm about to do a free workshop that I want to invite you to. Okay, we're starting to get to a place now where it's like, okay, that's kind of like a throwaway line. What I would have loved to see from him is to give you context about this first line, because he told us about it, he built it up, it hooked us, and then he says, "I'm about to invite you to a workshop." So it's kind of like, it could have been something more powerful there. But I would have loved to see him write something like, most people don't succeed in business not because they don't have the money, because they don't know what to do with the money that they have. Like something like that, to where we can say, "Ooh, hold on, I didn't think about it like that." I would have loved to see some context in terms of this first line before we just straight jump into the call to action, right? It's really the workshop. So I'm not too thrilled about that. But he said, "I'm about to do a free workshop I want to invite you to." Then he says, "Tens of thousands of people have gone through it already and seen success in their life and business." Good. I like it because it gives social proof, right? Tens of thousands of people have gone through it already and seen success. So that's social proof. Oh wow, all of these people, these thousands and thousands of people has been through it, and they've already got some success from it. So so that's a good line. I like that one. That's pretty good. In their life and business. So I mean, that's cool. I mean, I guess he's kind of pushing business, but he's saying it's also impacting your life. So that's a pretty good one. You are only one click away from achieving massive success. All right, so now what you're doing is so this was the line that I was waiting for. Now what you're really doing is this particular ad, because I've seen some other ads that were better than this, but this particular ad, it's the value that you're getting from it is so, I don't know if I want to say esoteric, but it's vague, right? You don't know. Like, it's almost like, yeah, I can help you in business. Come on, I'm going to show you how to be successful. I'm going to show you what you need to do. A bunch of people have been through it, and I can tell you all of this hype, but what am I going to learn? You feel what I'm saying? Like, people sign up for things based on what they're going to learn. So if you're doing you're only one click away from achieving massive success is almost like you're telling me something that everybody can tell me. You know what I mean? I don't really understand what am I taking away from this? What am I getting? You know what I'm saying? Like it's this act could have been way more effective, way more effective. Or at least what we read up to to this point. Then he says, get access to this free training by clicking learn more. Same thing. It's kind of like, what am I getting? Is like, do it. A bunch of people, like, imagine somebody asked you to invited you to a training. He said, do it. A bunch of people are doing it. A bunch of people are winning. It's about business. And you're like, okay, because there's so many different areas of business that we need help with, right? If I'm reading this, I'm watching this as the consumer, I'm saying, okay, well, I need help with sales. This is going to help me. I need help with marketing. I need help with determining my niche. I need help with, you feel what I'm saying? So we want to attend things that we clearly know the value we're going to get from it. Does that make sense? And that's not doing that with this ad. All right. It says free training, which is good. I mean, free is always good. So that's pretty much it. What I would we're gonna get to the graphic in a minute, but what I would have loved to see as part of this ad is I would have loved to see some type of bulleted list that said what they're gonna get. You know, as part of this access, here's how to turn your $100 into millions. And he can either have step one, we're gonna learn, or bullet, or first bullet, learn, the best places to invest your money. Two, how to use this $100, and you feel what I'm saying? Like, tell people what I would think would have been dope with this ad if he would have told you how to break down the $100 and use it. That would have been fuego. That would have been hot right there, because he would have said, okay, boom, take $25 and put it towards this. Take $50 and put it towards run your first Facebook ad. You feel what I'm saying? If he would have broke it down, that would have made this more curiosity and intrigue driven, right? So, so it's definitely some improvement there. So the copy, definitely use some work. Just in terms of the graphic and the image, I like the fact that he has his name there, because his name holds weight. You know what I mean? So I think that's super dope. And he's talking about the 10X workshop. Now, if I might have heard of Grant Cardone before, but 10X workshop, I might not know exactly what the 10X workshop is. So I think there's a level of assumption here that probably, even if he's running this ad to his warm market, right? Everybody doesn't know what the 10X workshop is, or what the 10X workshop includes. I mean, I've been following Grant Cardone for a long time, and I don't even know exactly what the 10X workshop is. You know what I'm saying? I have probably a good idea of what it could be, but when it comes to marketing and advertising, you don't want any questions. Zero. You don't want people to be thinking about, but what it could be, or what it is, or what I think it is, and you know what I mean? You don't want people thinking about that. And I think there's a level of assumption with this ad, because it's free, that people are just going to do it. You know what I mean? So I think there's more dollars that's being spent here that necessary, because people think that just because it's free, that more people are going to attend. Don't get it twisted. There's still all of the same. The financial barrier might not be there, but there's still all of the same psychological elements that people have to overcome. Do I have the time? Is this for me? All these different things that people still have, although the money barrier isn't there. So you got to be very careful about that. I like this. This is demonstrating the value here, right? So they crossed it out. It says $9.87 is free. So you get to see the chance to see, okay, this is what it really costs, but oh wow, I'm actually going to get it for free based on this offer. So I do like the fact that he has that. Limited time only, which is good, right? That gives people who are watching this a sense of urgency. So that's important as well. And then free training, right? Which we already knew what the free training was. And I want to mentor you for free. Okay, he just tested the headline, which is cool, right? The thing is, just kind of overall, what I would have loved to see from a graphic perspective, I would have loved to see some type of benefit, or some type of maybe something similar to what caught people's attention in the first place. Maybe something like that over here somewhere. I would have probably loved to see him, because it's a workshop, I would have loved to see him teaching, whether it's on Zoom or whether it's on, he speaks to a lot of audiences. So I would have loved to see him love to see him speaking in front of an audience or speaking at the 10X event. You know what I mean? And or the 10X conference. I would have loved to see him do that and have all of the people behind them, because that would give you credibility. Like, oh wow, this is a workshop. I want to see, based on what based on what you want me to join. I would love to see a visual of what it is, right? So, and again, this is not a criticism of it. What I'm just saying is that based on this ad, it could have been way more effective by just doing a couple small tweaks based on things that they already know. Because I'm sure he's done this this 10X workshop a million times already, so he already knows what he's going to teach. And then also, he's already done a ton of events where you can easily get a graphic there, and just switching some things around, maybe a benefit, driven headline, or just something here to capture that attention here. Yeah, but that's what we're looking like. All right, so overall, I'm gonna give this particular ad a 6 out of 10. This one is gonna get a 6 out of 10 because it could have been way better, right? Had we added the bullets, had we add a little bit more context around the opening hook line, had we made the graphic better, certain things could have gave more points to get more people interested in actually wanting to participate into the app. Right now, because it's his name, it holds a lot of weight. But with that being said, because a lot of folks are kind of just getting started in the game, or maybe only making a couple thousand or a few $100,000, right? There's people who are making millions and nobody still knows the name, right? So you can't really leverage that if you're not a household name. You gotta stand on the principles of sales psychology, advertising, and marketing in order to really get people to be interested. But with that being said, there's a ton of other great ads that he has. So again, it's not, shout out to Grant Cardone. But with this particular ad, you definitely want to make some adjustments. So with that being said, yeah, if you like these Makeover My Marketing reviews and you're like, wow, I'm learning a lot, go ahead and subscribe. Subscribe below. Go ahead and share this out. And we review the best. So we're only going to give you the best, and we're going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, with that being said, I'll see you on the next episode of Makeover My Marketing.